Hello, ladies and gents, welcome back. This is my reaction video of the final at the Masters event at Miami. We just saw Hurkacz, the Polish guy, won against Jannik Sinner in two straight sets, 7-6, 6-4. And I have to be honest, this really came out of nowhere, this victory. It's a huge upset if you look at the whole picture. The whole picture says that Hubert Hurkacz won 6 matches. He won all of those matches fair and square. He did a tremendous job. And this was not the Hurkacz we saw at Australian Open, where he lost against the Swedish guy, Michael Ymer, in, I think it was 4-set battle. And I could never give the slightest chance to him before this tournament. He wasn't even in my thoughts. I bet many people didn't even think about him before the tournament started and during this tournament also. But credit for his consistency, because he beat Kudla, Shapovalov, Raonic, Tsitsipas, Rublev, and now Jannik Sinner. And that's not terrible players if you count out Kudla. All of the others are either Grand Slam finalists or major title winners. And the Polish guy, the 24-year-old Polish Hurkacz, Hubi like they call him, won his third title in his career. All of them as common American soil. He has won it at Winston-Salem, Delray Beach, and now in Miami, 3 titles in America. He really likes America. Best results in Grand Slam in his career so far is a third round. I think, I forgot the year, but third round is his best result in Grand Slams. But great tournament, the tournament of his life. So how did he play? He played patient in this match. He played consistent in this match, because Hubert Hurkacz is an all-court player. He has an all-court game. He is a big hitter with versatile style. He can hit, defend, and accelerate without any problems, and that's a good sign because he can mix up the game. He has a powerful forehand and backhand, a great serve, and he's very great from the baseline. But the problem with guys like Hurkacz and many others, if you are not big free, is they have big issues with consistency. Like many other players on the ATP Tour, consistency is their biggest issue. And this victory will forever write him in history. He's the first Polish guy to win on the Masters, in ATP Masters. We had other great Polish players like Fibak, I think. He is the best player I can come up. And he has some top 10 victories before this event. He has won twice against Kei Nishikori and Dominic Thiem, and once against Rublev. So great job from the young Polish guy. He's 24 years old. Will he be a one-hit wonder, or will he continue his streak? Will he win more titles when the big three? He took the chance. Credit to him. He did his job when the other big three wasn't here, and Dominic Thiem. The door was open for many players to win their first big title, and Hurkacz really took that chance. No shame on his game. He just played good. I watched him play this week. I watched his match against Shapo, Raonic, Tsitsipas. I didn't saw the game against Rublev. I only saw the highlights and the final, of course. So big congratulations to Hubert Hurkacz for this victory. And now a little bit about Jannik Sinner. He played tremendously good. In the beginning, both of them broke each other twice in the first set. It seems like he was serving out for the first set, but he failed. And I think that he got a little bit nervous because this was his third big chance to claim his third title in his career. He has won 2 titles before in Sofia and Melbourne in 2 finals, 3 if you count the next gen finals that he won. And he has won against top 10 players like Goffin, Tsitsipas, and Zverev. That are his biggest achievements so far in his career. And in this tournament, he beat Gaston, he beat Khachanov, he beat the Finnish guy Rusorvi, he beat Bublik and Orbe, but Hurkacz was too strong for him in the final. The young prospect from Italy, the future name for many tennis analysts and experts out there, the guy that's gonna be the top ranked player in the closest future. If he continues to keep up his level, you never know. He could have been the youngest champion since Novak Djokovic in the Masters, but he didn't. He was nervous because Hurkacz was patient in his match. He let the unforced errors from Jannik Sinner's racket do the talking. But what can we say about Jannik Sinner? The depth and stability from his both wings and especially the lengths are tremendous good for this young age. He's still a teenager, guys, don't forget that. Ladies and gents, don't forget that he's still a teenager, but he has the depth and stability from his both wings, like I said, together with mentally and fighting spirit that is very necessary to keep up and stay on the top tennis level for years. So he moves great, he plays selective and smart. He built ups and constructed his points very clever, unlike guys like Shapovalov and Felix Aliassime, who are also young prospects of tennis, but they haven't shown their talent enough because they are not good enough so far, but they still can improve. But Aliassime has lost 7 finals so far, and that's not a good sign. So after beating Gaston, Khachanov, Rusorvi, Bublik, and RBA, the road ended here. The journey ended. It could have been a fairy tale journey for the young Italian dude, but Hurkacz was just too good. And into the match stats, Hurkacz won 69% of his first serves in and 35% of his second serves in. And Sinner only won 55% of his first serves in and 48% on his second serves in. So he lost a little bit too much in his first serves, many points in his first serves, and that's why Hurkacz took the chance, because Hurkacz converted 4 out of 11 break points, and that was necessary to win this match. On the other hand, Jannik took 3 out of 3 opportunities in Hurkacz serve. But if you look at the big picture of the match, Hurkacz was a more consistent guy. He was the guy that did the least unforced errors. He was the guy that held his head cold in the biggest moments, especially the tie break. After being 5-6 down and Sinner was serving for the first set, he came back and broke Sinner's serve. He didn't give him a point in that service game. And in the tie break, he dictated the game. There was a 28 shot rally that ended the first set, which said everything about this match. The longer duels was Hurkacz. He won the longer duels and the points on the right moment. Both of these guys created a lot of winners, but I don't have the numbers there. I think Sinner was very... when he pulled the trigger, he hit big. Sinner is a huge hitter like Hurkacz, but Sinner has more depth in his ground strokes and he moves better than Hurkacz, but Hurkacz stands on the baseline. He was waiting for Sinner. He read the Sinner's game because Sinner played left to right. He didn't mix up the game enough to confuse Hurkacz, to make Hurkacz to make Hurkacz feel uncomfortable, because when they trade duels, Hurkacz was pretty comfortable. He was taking charge of the rallies, and in the end he was just too strong in the longer rallies because Sinner wanted so much. He wanted to get the Polish guy off rhythm, but he was always there. He has always had a foot on the baseline and reached almost every ball. So the game plan from Hurkacz was pretty smart. He just let Sinner dictate from the baseline and sent the ball over to him until he made an unforced errors. So all in all, great performance by Hubert Hurkacz, great performance by Sinner, who almost came back. He was down 4-0 in the second set, but in the end, the young Polish guy was too strong. He served out the set and claimed his biggest title in his career. No shame for him. No shame on him. He did a tremendous job this week, because if you beat Shapo, Raonic, Tsitsipas, Rublev, Sinner, not all of them are in the biggest prime. Maybe Tsitsipas is and Rublev, but the other guys are solid top 20 players, so that's great receive for him. And he would advance for sure on the ranking next week and will get his highest level, because his highest level before this tournament was, I think, his best position in the ATP rankings was at spot 28, and now will sure advance. So what can I more say? It's finally good to see some different winners in the ATP Masters. We are so blessed with these big three guys. We are so spoiled with their presence, with their tennis, that sometimes we forget the other players. Sometimes we say the other players are not good enough, they're not consistent enough. They are good enough. It's just that the big three are much better than everybody else, and they show year after year, month after month, why they are the best players. And for tennis sakes, maybe it's fun to see new winners, new names. I didn't expect Hurkacz, but I'm glad for him, because, like I said, I watched most of his matches in the tournament, and he played great. I was pretty amazed after the third round, after he beat Raonic and then Tsitsipas and then Rublev. I was not impressed that he beat Shapovalov, because on a good day, everybody can beat Shapovalov. So congratulations to Hubert Hurkacz, congratulations to Poland, and everybody who loves tennis, who has watched these ATP Masters at Miami during this pandemic times. More will come, of course, and next stop will probably be the clay court season for most of these guys. They will make the preparation that is necessary for the clay court season. All right, thank you for watching this video. Take care and bye-bye.